All right, we're good now.
Turn off the metronome. Why were we not good the first time you put the metronome on?
Because your mic wasn't going through.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
It was. I could hear
Okay,
it.
because you're looking at the computer.
I could hear it.
Okay.
I heard him.
See? Everybody heard
Idiot.
me. Everybody heard me
Okay.
but you. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. That sounds like a personal problem.
No, I'm not saying I couldn't hear
everybody,
you. I'm saying it
welcome
wasn't
to
going through.
episode 12. Is this 12? Or is it 11? Because we missed last week.
It's 12.
It's 12.
Episode 12 of the 3M in the Party podcast. My phone fell. And this is a debate episode. And I'm here with Joey and Sierra and William. And we're about to get things on and popping, boys. So I'm Dom. Joey, say hi.
Hi.
Sierra, say hi.
Hi.
This is the child's mom. The baby. that is.
Ethan's mom.
Also, Joey's sister is probably a lot easier.
Nope.
to-
Yeah, I guess.
Ethan's mom.
Hi.
That's Will. That's Will saying hi. He had to use my mic because we don't have 4 yet because we're poor. So if you want us to have 4 mics and don't want us to be poor, hit that Patreon, patreon.com/3amintheparty. Subscribe at any one of the 4 tiers and we'll love you forever. Alright. So what are we doing today, boys?
Saying happy birthday to Dom.
Yeah, it was my
Happy
birthday.
birthday, Dom.
Happy birthday, Dom.
Thanks guys, it was my birthday. Joey's not talking, so I don't know what's going on.
What'd you do on your birthday?
I didn't do much. So on my actual birthday, I played cornhole and I hung out with Carol and I had some whiskey and I had some food. That was that. It was really like low key day. But the night before, we threw a massive rager at my house and the highlight of the night was listening to Kayla's senior project presentation because who doesn't want to spend their birthday listening to their 17-year-old sister's senior project presentation?
You can't say that paper wasn't interesting, though.
I didn't hear the paper. I listened to the
to-
presentation.
The topic's interesting.
Topic was cool. The presentation you needed some work, but the topic was cool. But also, now I wanted to be spending my birthday because
That's
she shut
true.
off the Celtics game. The
That's
Celtics were on. She turned off the Celtics game to go up there and read for 12 minutes.
That's why they lost.
It is why they lost. It's Kayla's fault. And then on top of that, the Celtics lost. But I had some banging whiskey. I had a banging cigar. Had some banging cake with my best friends. So it was a good time. I had a good night. Big birthday. I had vodka sauce, so you know I'm happy off the jump. But we're going to get on and pop in here in a second. We got the debater episode. The master debater episode. Now, Joey and Sierra, explain to what's going on. Because I just learned about this whole system like 30 minutes ago.
So I have 5 wheels in front of me.
All right, but I just want to clarify something. She's had a month to do this, and this is
Yes.
not what she wanted to do.
No.
No.
She wanted to have note cards
I wanted it to be like an actual
drawn
debate.
out, like
but-
an actual debate. I go up to her room yesterday.
And
I'm
then
like,
I
oh,
gave
are those
up.
the note cards? And she's like, yeah. I just started.
I gave up. And then I gave up. And then I was gonna because I wanted to it to be an actual moderator and have like a little bit of information and then like the percentage of people that agreed with your answer. But the problem with that is some of these are so obscure that I could not find percentages for all of these.
Are any of them like racially motivated?
things.
Like,
Why
No.
would you ask that, Joey?
No.
no, I'm just curious. Like,
Why would you ask that, Joey?
Some of them are gender motivated.
oh,
Oh, no.
This
I'm
is
just
gonna get
curious.
interesting.
Am I going to get like tripped up using the wrong pronouns or something?
No.
I'm going to get
No.
canceled by saying he or she by accident
It's-
instead of
well,
Zer
no.
and Z.
That's more of what the questions are based off of. The ones
Okay.
that are gender motivated. And I'm pretty sure there's only like 2. But
oh
anyway.
Lord.
I have 5 wheels in front of me.
2 out of like 200 questions.
There's
we
a
might-
lot.
We might not even get them.
There are 4 categories. That's the first wheel. There are more serious ones, controversial ones that didn't really fit in any category. And then I have one labeled as funny, but they're not really funny. They're more just it wouldn't matter if it wouldn't really affect the world that much.
Okay.
The other 4 wheels are if it lands on controversial, I have a wheel full of numbers, and then I'll pick the question based off that.
I'm so ready to get canceled.
So there is literally no way that you guys can know these questions beforehand.
I'm going to get kicked
Alright.
out of my house.
And
after this.
then, so we'll go for like 45, 50 minutes, and we'll just see as many questions as we can get in.
All right. Let's
You
get
guys
the
ready?
wheel going.
All right.
Wheel.
So we have one from the other category.
What other? Oh, other.
Other one that just didn't really
okay,
fit in
okay.
anywhere.
Oh, so the gender ones are located.
Oh, okay. So
Piss question.
What's the number?
literally number 1.
Okay.
So number 1 is money makes you happier. Agree or disagree?
Fully agree.
Yeah, I fully agree.
I think that it's a double-edged sword. I think that money can make you happier, but money could also lead to problems that you don't need to have that could make you depressed. But then I guess you could
Yeah,
just...
but so does not having money.
Exactly. So that's why I'm saying it's a double-edged sword, and
Yeah.
it's kind of a tough look. But I get overall, I would say I
Yeah.
agree with that. Money makes you
100%.
happier.
It can like buy you sex.
All
It can
right.
buy you food.
I think you should
Why-
lead with food.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why was food second?
Well, you know,
No, I don't know. Enlighten me.
you never get hungry.
Yeah, for food.
Oh.
Sierra,
To-
spin the wheel.
To buy
I already
Sierra,
spun
spin
the
to
wheel.
buy food.
Spin
I
the
already
wheel, spin
spun
the
the
wheel,
wheel.
spin
The
the
next question is serious, number 11. So,
Ooh.
democracy
go.
is the best form of government.
Yeah.
Wait, democracy.
United States, United States of
You
America.
know what democracy is?
Hey, I need you to explain it for the listeners at home that
Everybody,
don't know what democracy
okay,
is.
relax. Everybody knows democracy.
That's like voting.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. No.
So what do you think is
Communism.
Oh,
There it
man.
is.
We've had this
Amen,
conversation
brother.
before.
Amen, brother.
Yeah, I knew that was.
That's
coming.
why my island is going to be communist.
We did talk
communistic.
about a communist island
Yeah.
with a Danny DeVito based.
I don't
religion.
see
mean,
what's
I
so
know-
bad about communism.
I
People
feel
try
like-
to tell me that it's bad. I think it's great. Everyone makes the same amount of money. No one will go hungry. No one will go poor.
Everyone
think-
goes
It's great.
hungry.
But what about a
See
monarchy?
China.
Well, we just do communism, but
China.
like better communism.
But what about monarchy?
You mean a dictatorship?
Yeah, sure.
So North Korea.
See Russia.
Yes.
Oh no.
See-
You see the
see-
you see
see
the
Vlad.
you see the grocery stores in North Korea. They're everywhere. They might have fake food in them, but they're there.
And animals.
Yeah.
For frozen, in the frozen food section, they have cats and dogs. Okay, do we want that here? No.
Hey, it won't be here. It'll be on my island. And
All right, that's-
Will's the head priest.
All right, so here's what I'm saying. I think to an extent, 100%, it's the best form because it's all up to the people. And I mean, if you're making decisions for the people should be involved, right?
I mean, England still has a monarchy, and they've been doing pretty good since the
So
war.
here's my thing here. I think a beautiful balance between a monarchism and democracy is perfect, which I guess is more so just monarchy, but like more say from the people. Because in a monarchy, you're not getting say from people as much.
Yeah, no,
right?
that was-
With extra steps.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
And England has a monarchy, but the Queen's not doing anything. It's all the Prime Minister, and like
Yeah,
everyone else
Boris.
in the background.
Boris,
Yeah.
Boris,
the
Boris.
Queen might be too old to be doing it.
But that's what Boris's job is.
I don't
No,
know.
but even before that, she wasn't doing
Boris
anything.
Johnson.
Yeah, no.
The monarchy's just a rich family
What
for
does the
some
Queen
reason.
do? What? What is
Nothing.
No,
They're
she
just-
she makes.
She's in the board
executive
meeting,
decisions.
but she doesn't do anything. The
No.
Prime Minister does
Well,
everything.
she makes all the executive
I
decisions.
think she makes the decisions, and the Prime Minister is just the one that tells people them.
Or like he'll make some decisions, but mostly everything that he does, Boris has to go through the Queen.
I think it's the other way around.
No,
No.
because
Yeah,
the Queen is the
monarchy
most
doesn't do
powerful.
anything
The
anymore.
Queen is literally like the
Literally does
the
nothing.
Queen
Queen
has-
is top of the food chain.
the
Yeah,
Queen has veto
to
power
everyone
over
else,
literally
but
everyone.
the Prime Minister is at the top behind the scenes.
Yeah, but if he says we're doing this,
No way that the Queen at 98 is making these decisions.
dude, she's perfectly mentally stable.
She
She's
is.
more
No,
mentally
she
stable
is.
than our president that's 20 years younger than
Yeah,
her.
and he doesn't make any decisions either.
But he's actually mentally unstable. She like walks around and has a good time and probably plays soccer with her kids.
Has the flyest fits ever.
Yeah, bro. Not
Her
so
suits
honestly.
fly.
The Queen, she's the man. I love that woman to death. I hope she never dies.
She's dying tomorrow.
Well, no.
Some
But-
say Sherry died from COVID. Who knows?
The
She's
thing
on
is,
my
though-
2022 bingo card. I'm just saying.
Yeesh.
Yeah,
No,
she's
no
on mine
shot.
too.
No, she won't go until 24. I guarantee it. She's going to 100. Once she hits 100, then she's croaking.
We said that about who just died?
Betty White.
Betty White,
I
and
never
she
said
and
that.
she didn't reach
Yeah,
it.
I didn't.
I
say-
didn't say that.
I said
she
Betty
wa-
White was gonna outlive everyone.
I thought she was dying 3-4 years ago.
No.
She looked like a bag of,
Yeah, so does the
Skin.
Queen.
but she's hot still.
No, she's not.
Oh,
Oh, Will, would
You're
you
on your own
would
now.
you bang the Queen
Is
just
the
to
Queen
say you
listening?
could?
Do you have any listeners in the UK?
Probably.
Maybe.
Of course.
No, but like that's,
No, on a real though, would
no,
you bang
like,
the Queen?
Like Queen is in your bedroom tomorrow.
No.
Take Rachel out of the picture though.
Yeah, just to say that you did it.
No.
I said I would.
Yeah, I would
don't think I
too.
would.
Why?
Imagine going around and saying,
I
"I
don't
banged
know.
the Queen
I don't
of
think I
England."
would.
if you bang the queen, you might be responsible for the death of the queen, and I think you get
No,
arrested for
dude,
that.
that's what I'm saying.
You got to be real slow and
Yeah,
patient.
because
with
we
it.
were talking about it. They probably have like a class that you have to go through. Like,
How to bang the queen
yeah,
101.
100%.
It's true.
You think the Queen hasn't had sex like since Harry died? She definitely has some chambermaids in there.
I don't think that's legal.
What do you mean?
I think it
Banging
is-
the Queen?
I think it
No,
is if she.
chambermaids.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
she's the
Is
queen.
that-
Okay.
But she
Is
can
that
do whatever
legal?
she wants.
I don't
though.
think that's legal.
She's the queen and she's 90 years old. No one's telling her no.
Yeah. She's like,
True.
I want Will to.
Bang my butt, and he will.
I want Will to
babe?
let me
To-
peg him. Is that what you're gonna say?
Flop my roast beef.
Words from the queen.
Okay.
See,
You gotta stop talking.
Now I'm unsold again.
Well, okay. No. Well, here's the thing. So you don't get paid if you bang the queen just to bang the queen. You get paid. You get paid to be a chambermaid.
Yeah.
But do I get like famous after?
You'll get clout off of banging the queen.
Yeah, you
shortly.
could just say, I just banged the Queen.
Yeah, it gets too messy. I'm gonna have people.
They might kill you.
People. Or I'm gonna have a British spy in my room the next night.
You might
just
have
to kill me.
James Bond in your bedroom.
But then, okay, how about you don't get that much clout, but you get enough clout that's not gonna kill you.
Yeah, you
And
just get to be
you
able to
still-
tell your friends.
You still get to say you did it, and
Yeah.
you get. What do you get that's not good? There are no negatives to that. No downsides.
That's why it's too good to be true. There has to be some downside to
No
it.
downside. It's just not
How'd
great.
she get in my house? She doesn't know where I live.
She walked.
She walked. She walked the sea.
The queen probably does.
Just
I
to
don't
get
know,
to
the
Will.
last time people from the UK came into my land, it didn't end well for my people. So
It's because he's Indian, so Native
Native
American.
American, thank
I
you.
corrected it. I corrected
Oh my god.
So I don't know. Maybe it'd be revenge. Maybe I would.
it. Revenge,
Spin the wheel.
revenge bang
Spin
the
the wheel.
queen.
I am
Spin the wheel.
spinning the wheel now.
That might be one of the craziest things ever said on this
It's
podcast.
the long game.
Will's gonna revenge bang the queen.
Alrighty. So college and university should be tuition free.
Yes.
Absolutely not,
Whoa.
Why?
because taxpayers end up paying for it.
That's true.
Yeah, but if
No.
you're going to college and
Yeah.
you're paying taxes, you're paying for it too.
Yeah, but that only helps people who are going to college or are about to go to college.
That's true. I didn't go to college. Pay for college.
How about I
say no.
reword it? How about I reword it?
Yeah, reword it.
Colleges and universities should have lower tuition.
Yes.
As long as the taxpayers don't pick up the slack.
I don't get
I don't
why
think that-
you had to pay like 10 grand to get lunch, like for a lunch card at Rick.
Oh yeah,
Is that what it was?
That's a lot of
lunch,
money.
Yeah, lunch cards at Rick cost.
It was
a
like 10
very,
grand a
it costs,
semester.
It costs a lot more money.
A semester?
Yeah.
It costs a lot more money, and
Think of it this way. You know, like everyone's talking about like how they want Joe Biden to erase student debt.
Yeah.
Us as taxpayers have to pick up that slack.
Nah, print more money.
see the thing with that though is all like
Exactly.
the
We
meal
talked about
more
it.
the
money.
meal cards are so much more money, but at Rick, literally you could get like chicken tenders and fries for $5.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
It's
I'm
literally
just
not worth
paying,
it.
I'm paying my own money and not spending $10,000.
Yeah.
I'll pay.
It's
so
mostly
much
for the
less than that.
people that are living on campus and don't have a job while they're working.
But then that's not fair to people who
Yeah, it's not fair.
don't live on campus.
That's not fair.
But then they're living on campus and not have a job and still pay 10
Because it
grand.
keeps landing on the same categories. I'm trying to give you guys different things.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I don't. Nah, because I didn't go to college, I couldn't care less about student debt. Stick it on them. I don't care. I like. There was like a time in my life where I was like, yes, please make college free. Yes, please take away student debt. And then I went to college for 2 weeks, dropped out, and said, I don't care if you have debt. That's not my
That's
responsibility.
not my problem anymore.
Right?
I feel like a lot more people would go though if it was free.
I went to free college and I did.
Yeah, CC
stick
was free
through.
for 2 years, and everybody ends up dropping out of CC.
It's because CCR is garbage.
That's true.
But also,
yeah,
like,
but if Rick was free, what,
I think
what
colleges-
percentage of those people that dropped out would stay there? Or you or I?
It's not. I feel like most people that drop out of college isn't really for the money. It's just because school isn't their thing.
If I could get
You can't do anything if you
if I
drop out
could
of
get
high school.
if I could get picked to go, or what's the drafted, selected to go to like URI or like even like Amherst or something like
With a
that.
scholarship?
No, just like they let me in. And it's free. This is free. I'm just saying. If it's free and they let me in to go to like URI or even Amherst, something like that, I'd go in a heartbeat, take as little classes as possible, and just rage.
That's what most people do on scholarships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like,
You also need a certain amount of credits to graduate, though, and you can only do that if you take a certain amount of classes.
but then
Yeah,
semester.
and
I
they'll
just
drop
won't.
that full ride if you don't hit the.
Yeah,
credits.
But
They'll-
this is
they'll
without
drop you.
scholarship. This is saying college is free now.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
And
okay.
so what if I don't graduate? I'm not there to learn. I'm there to party hard. You know?
Here's my thing. I know they have to pay professors. I know they got to keep up with the facilities. But if they just charge the appropriate amount, that's fine. I'd pay for college. But college shouldn't be, you shouldn't be in 80 grand worth of debt
No.
just because you went to school for 4 years.
There's also what's the word I'm looking for? Interest on tax or on school loans, student
Yeah.
loans, right?
Mhm.
Which shouldn't be a thing. Should be no interest on a student
That's how
loan.
they make their money, though.
Exactly, but there shouldn't be any.
Well, it's not even technically the schools because the schools get the money up front. It's whoever you borrowed from making that extra
Exactly.
ridiculous amount of thousands off your interest.
But if you really think about it, they're all working together.
Yeah, 100%.
So, yeah, I don't know. Don't make it free. Make it partially free, and we'll have a good
Affordable.
day. Yeah, affordable.
All right. This one might get you guys in trouble.
I'm so excited. I could not be more excited.
Modern day feminism does more bad than good.
Yes.
The look on Will's face after I read that was so concerning.
Yes.
100%. There's like almost no question about it. And don't get
Well,
me
no.
wrong.
So it's like what we talked about when we were talking about BLM and how.
Yeah, I already had a
Yeah.
whole rant about this, and
Yeah,
I'm
we
just
already
gonna
talked
stick to
about
those
this.
guns. Well, I mean, I guess go back to the podcast and listen to it. But for those of you that haven't heard it and listening now, there's a difference between what feminism really is and what feminism is portrayed as now, and there's a huge loss in like translation there, and it's like there's a point where it's too much and it's unhealthy and it's doing more bad than good, and that's where we're at now.
Yeah.
There's
Like, if you're at the point where you're like killing men, or
Yeah.
like.
fight for women's rights.
Yeah, what I'm a
100%.
feminist, but I'm not gonna kill a guy because I'm a
Yeah.
feminist.
I'm all for women's rights. I'm all for all that stuff. Speak up, speak out, all that. 100%. But also, all men aren't bad. All men aren't evil. Don't start murdering men because some woman lied about some stuff, because that's what ends up happening. You're giving too much power to the wrong things and it's going to heads. Look at Amber Heard. I'm like, this stuff has happened to people in real life, and it's actually happened, and these people are using those real life situations to their own vantage when this stuff didn't happen.
Yeah, if the genders were flipped on Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, the trial wouldn't be a thing anymore.
There would be no trial. And well, if you look at it, that's exactly what's happening, and it's almost as if it's going
I
nowhere.
think
Yeah.
Amber Heard made false accusations, and before anyone looked into it, Johnny Depp lost his job.
Yeah.
She said he hit me. He said, "Oh, he did. All right, job gone."
Yeah.
Before any investigation, and I'm sure before anyone looked into it, before any trial, that's what the new wave of feminism is. Like the original first wave of feminism, equal rights between men and women. 100% agree with.
Yes.
No doubt.
Yes.
But now, when you start asking for special treatment because you're a woman and the name of feminism, it's now you're not equal. Now you're tipping the scale in women's favor.
Yeah.
I've also noticed, though, even if a lot of men do things that are like in favor of feminism, they get mad. A lot
Yeah.
of women get mad.
It's like, well,
Like, I bet
we don't
so-
need you to defend us. We can
Yeah.
do it ourselves.
Like
Yeah.
Joey saying that he's a feminist is gonna like if he said
It's gonna
that.
piss off some
That's
actual
why-
It's gonna piss out
feminists.
people.
That's why I don't say that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna go out and say I'm a
Yeah,
feminist.
but I don't care.
Yeah, I know. But like, I also just I know where I stand. I know that I believe women should have equal rights to men. As in, like, everybody in the world should have the same rights because we're all people.
It's one of
that's what it
it's
is.
one of those things where if you
And
say
that's
you're a
how the-
feminist, you're an asshole. If you don't say you're a feminist, you're an asshole.
And that's how the feminist movement started.
Yeah.
Because they wanted those equal rights. Now it's like
They're taking it.
but
Yeah. They taking it and they want more rights than men.
let's raise it a little more.
Yeah. And then you got, like, pay. And obviously women should have equal pay to men. There's no question about that. But then now in that equal pay thing, we get into topics like NBA versus WNBA. WNBA players are severely underpaid. Yes and no. Yes,
Not
because
even no, not even yes, no. They're not underpaid.
I guess. I mean, if you look at it, they're not making much. I mean, there is a market for it, which is saying that they should be getting paid more than they are.
My
But
opinion-
also, hold on. Like, if women should not have to go overseas to play for other countries because they're not getting paid enough in our country that has a bigger market than these other countries. That's what I'm saying. If if they were getting paid enough, they wouldn't have to go. They wouldn't have to be Brittany Griner or whatever and go into Russia to go play basketball in the middle of a war so that she can make money for her family. I get that because I get that the NBA players make more money because it's significantly more popular. They get more. The NBA gets more money as an association than the WNBA, which is how they pay their players. WNBA doesn't get that much money, so they can't pay their players that well. But they could pay more than what they're paying. I guarantee you 100%.
Oh yeah, of course. But at the end of the day, just like the NBA, it's a business, and the owners want to cut, the arenas want to cut, the TV wants a cut, and then what's left goes to the players. So I do agree that then they probably could be paid more. But on the flip side, if when's the last time you saw maybe outside the playoffs or like a finals? When's the last time you've seen a regular season game for WNBA be sold out in an arena?
Yeah. But also, at the same time, none of that money exists without the players.
True.
So, no TV time, no GMs or whatever getting paid, no nothing unless these people are playing. Because it's a professional sport. They're professional athletes. There's not enough attention to that game.
No.
Like women's hockey. Women's hockey is the best women's sport I've ever seen. I sometimes watch women's hockey over men's hockey because these girls are nuts. Like, they're so good at what they do. And they don't even have a professional league for women's hockey. They just do the Olympics and win, and then they all work their jobs. Like, on Team USA, for the women's hockey team, there are, like, accountants, third-grade teachers, that have legitimately full-time jobs that are now just casually playing in the Olympics and then going back to their full-time jobs as accountants and all this stuff after because they're not getting paid like professional athletes, which is what they are.
They are, yeah.
So, that's my gripe with equal pay. But,
You accidentally just answered one of my debate questions.
cool.
So now if I land on that, I have
What
to
was the
respin.
question?
Well, it was women should be paid less than men in certain professions.
Oh.
If they're doing the same job and the same
Yeah,
amount
no.
of hours and the same skill set, they should be paid the same.
Yeah.
All right,
Wheel.
I already spun the wheel.
What do we got? What do we got?
Do a funny one.
Okay, I can do
We
it.
haven't done any funny ones.
Well, that just
Okay,
takes
here's
away
one.
the point of the
Here's
wheel.
Superheroes are not superheroes if they have no powers or special abilities.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah, they're
looking
just-
at you,
Wait,
Batman.
We're talking
So-
about you, Batman.
No, but
Superheroes
no.
are
Not Batman, because Batman has abilities. He's got a very
Yeah, he's got
special set of
skills.
skills that make him a superhero.
Yeah. So are you just taking away powers altogether, or
Yes, if they don't
Take
have
away
like,
powers
superpowers.
and abilities.
so Iron Man and Batman, and Green Arrow?
and I'm blanking on her name.
Those are
the spy from
Black
Marvel, Black Widow.
no,
She would also fall into that category.
but those are no, because those are all people with
yeah,
abilities.
she's taking the abilities out. It's just
yeah. So
powers.
then those people don't count.
I would also argue that Captain America is a part of that.
No, he's a superhuman.
he's got the superhero serum.
Is he? Oh,
has
yeah. Okay,
enhanced
never mind. Yeah,
strength,
yeah,
speed,
yeah,
That's
yeah.
the question. Do we
Never
healing
mind,
separate
factor.
heroes and superheroes as heroes as being people who are heroic?
yeah, they're
And
normal people
superheroes are heroes that have superpowers.
Yeah.
or superhuman traits.
Yeah.
Like Iron Man. He's not a superhuman, but he's got a superhuman mind.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't count that.
That's an
because
ability.
He's just a smart guy.
Yeah, but nobody else in the world can do that, which makes
Spider-Man
him...
can.
Spider-Man.
And Reed Richards.
Spider-Man in the movies has not been able to unlock that yet. Spider-Man also has superpowers.
But that's just going by the movies.
Yeah, we go to comics. Okay, there's 2 or 3 other people that can do it, but no one's Tony Stark. Spider-Man's technically supposed to be smarter than Tony Stark, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But nobody is Tony Stark. Nobody's built the Iron Man suit and has done what Iron Man
So,
has done.
but by
honestly-
what your argument though, someone can be a superhero just because they're named something? Because
No,
he
no.
is Tony Stark, so
Not
okay, he's
because
a
they're
superhero.
named, because of what
no,
he's
that's
done.
not what I mean. Not by the name, but like he's a recognizable figure that did cool things.
No, because of what he's done makes him a superhero.
Yeah, but you're taking the abilities and skills out. You're just saying powers.
Yeah, so we
Yeah,
can't
that's
talk.
the
but
what I'm
saying.
argument.
We can't talk about those people. Those people don't count.
Yeah.
They're not in the argument.
Because they
Iron
don't-
Man,
yeah,
Green Arrow, they're
Batman,
not there.
Hawkeye, yeah, they don't
Because
have powers.
while they don't have superpowers, they have abilities. So we take away superpowers and abilities, they're gone.
So do we put Black Panther in the same category as Captain America?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got the same type of serum.
Yeah.
Can you reread the question?
So the question says superheroes are not superheroes. Let me read. Superheroes are not heroes at all if they have no power or special ability. How
no,
about that?
they're
No,
heroes.
they're heroes.
They're
They're not
100%
superheroes.
heroes.
They're heroes, but they're not superheroes.
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
That's what it boils down to. Because that super part's, it's the super that makes them above everybody
Yeah.
else, above the regular person.
But if you bring the skills and abilities into it, Batman and Iron Man are definitely above normal people.
yeah, which still makes them superheroes.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And but heroes could be every day.
Yeah.
You
That
know.
one wasn't funny.
Like heroes could be trained in martial arts.
Huh?
You love superhero stuff.
Yeah, but it wasn't funny.
That's why I read it.
I want to laugh.
Laugh.
I thought arguing is what's gonna make you laugh, Joey. You're not arguing very well.
We haven't gotten
Because
one
we
that-
keep
we
agreeing.
have- yeah, we haven't-
Yeah,
This
okay,
is
wait,
my
no.
main problem
No.
with
We-
this.
we knew this was gonna
This is
happen.
not my fault.
We did know this
No,
was
I'm
gonna
not
happen,
saying
though.
it's your
Yeah.
fault, but everyone was like, "Oh, you guys
Okay,
got to
wait,
do a
wait.
debate episode." And I was like, "Me and Dom agree on everything."
Here's one that you might, at least I think Will might be able to argue. At least, 80s rock is objectively better than 90s rap.
80s rock is better than
Yes.
90s rap.
Yes.
All right, well, hold on. Can you pull up a list of 80s rock bands, please? Because I have a hard time differentiating the
Yeah,
times.
between like
70s, 80s,
Okay,
and
so let me tell you,
90s.
so you have a hard time with the 70s, 80s, 90s with rock. But you know what 90s rap.
I
so
do, but that's what I'm more
obviously
versed in.
Obviously, it's better.
But that's what I'm more versed in, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Because it's like all those bands mesh together in my mind.
Guns N' Roses, Queen,
Okay.
Metallica,
These are all 80s bands?
AC/DC,
Okay.
Bon Jovi,
Okay.
Journey.
Okay. All right. Well, 80s rock, I think, is arguably better than 90s rap. And here's
Yeah.
here's the thing. I love 90s rap. Hip hop and rap is my favorite genre of music. And I think in the 90s is where rap was changed forever.
Mhm.
That the most influential time in the rap history was in the 90s. Pac, Big, Nas, all these people, 90s rap. But then you look at this hitter of 80s rock bands that also changed the game and modified it and did all this crazy stuff. Whereas Green Day is not 80s. Green Day is 90s to
90s.
2000s.
Technically, they're 89, but they.
Yeah, they don't count. We
No,
don't
they
count
count
Green
as
Day.
90.
But like, dude, John Bon Jovi,
Mhm.
Queen, Metallica.
Kiss, if you're a Kiss fan.
I'm not a Kiss guy, but
Led Zeppelin.
I love Led
Yeah.
Zeppelin. Stairway to Heaven.
Honestly, I might take 70s rock over 80s.
What are we calling 70s rock here?
Aerosmith,
I love.
Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, The Who, Rolling Stones, Eagles, Black Sabbath, ZZ Top, Deep Purple.
I don't mess with ZZ Top.
AC/DC is technically 70s.
Yeah.
Leonard Skinner,
A lot of these bands are on both of these lists.
Journey,
Mhm. Well, because they would go.
But these
Queen.
yeah, but do these
The
count as
Ramones.
70s
They
bands
started
then?
70s, yeah.
They count as 70s bands instead of 80s bands?
Well,
I think
depends.
it counts if it goes through the different decades. I think.
Yeah,
I
if
think
you're
it
good,
counts.
if you're a good enough band to go through multiple decades, then
Are you agreeing with this, or are you going with the?
Yeah, I agree.
So you
Let me
agree?
Yeah,
tell you
80s
why
rock is better than
I'm
90s
agreeing
rap.
with 90s rap a little bit. We got Tupac.
Yeah, my favorite rapper of all time.
We'll throw Biggie on there, of course. But he's not on top of the list.
Biggie stinks at rap. I'm just kidding. He's not as good as Pac is.
Snoop Dogg, Jay-Z, Wu-Tang Clan, Mobb Deep, Eminem, Tribe Called Quest, Outkast, Method Man, Public Enemy, NWA, Cypher. I'm going 90s, 100%.
Okay.
What was that face?
Andre 3000.
Oh yeah, I liked Andre. So here's the thing. I already said my piece about 90s rap.
Yeah.
I believe Eminem is a 2000s
No,
rapper.
he's 90s.
I think he's more of a 2000s rapper.
I think
No,
he
he
got
started in
popular in
94.
His most famous album, I think, came out in 99. He started in 94 doing EPs and mixtapes. I'm pretty sure he started blowing up in 99.
When did his first album come out? His
98,
first studio
99.
album?
Slim,
Was it
it
99?
was the Slim Shady LP or whatever? No. Yeah, Slim Shady LP.
I thought it was 96.
I think it's 98, 99.
I'm sorry.
We did a tier list on them.
We did. And then it got cut. Will cut it.
Guys,
99.
99.
He's,
Wasn't 99?
he's a 2000s
Yeah.
rapper.
I'm
Yeah.
officially saying the wheel.
Whoa!
I'm just-
Why?
So what, you're just going to pick around
I'm
them?
just gonna pick.
That's
around.
fine. I'm okay with that.
But
I-
to
honestly-
conclude, though, definitely 90s rap. But that's tough because I grew up on I grew up on all the music. I grew mostly Motown, but like I grew up on
You do love
mostly
Motown.
90s rap. And then later in my years, I grew up on I started listening more to like 80s and 90s rock, which I do appreciate and I do love. And I got some banger bands, some banger songs. So it's just tough. It depends who you ask. Because if you ask like a white person in their 50s, they think 90s rap's the worst music ever made.
It's true.
Yeah.
So it's kind of it's tough. But I
So,
say 90s rap.
Here's the thing. With what's tough about this argument is that these bands are 70s, 80s, 90s, and early 2000s bands. So if we're going to say rappers that were predominantly popular and started and whatever in the 90s, and then bands that started in the 80s, I'm giving it to 90s rap because a lot of my favorite bands are technically 70s rock bands. They were established and they made a name for themselves in the 70s.
A lot of times, though, it's when these bands were like considered 80s is when the bands were at their peak popularity.
Yeah, that's tough too.
But then he said he looked up 70s bands and it was all the same bands from the 80s.
Just because
bands.
they were created in the 70s doesn't mean that's
But
when
they're
they
on
were
the
at
same
peak
list. though.
popularity.
But they're on the same list. So that's
yeah, but that's like saying if you were born in the 90s but you didn't peak as a person until 2005, you're not a 2000s kid.
Well,
you're a
how
90s
many
kid.
people made like bands in their like garages and then nobody started listening until like
That's different.
years later?
yeah, but that's not what's counting on the list. So when it says since 1976, that's their starting point as a
That's when like their first studio
yeah,
album came
as like
out.
a
Yeah.
bona
Are
fide.
you changing your answer to 90s rap? Or are you keeping it?
I think I'm going to take 90s rap because I can't
Yeah.
differentiate
If we're-
which of those bands were started in the 80s.
If we're doing that point, then yeah.
And to be fair, you can't go wrong with either genre.
No, they're both fantastic. 70s, 80s, and 90s rock is some of the best music of all time.
But Motown music's the best.
Well, no, but that's fine. Well, you're wrong, but that's fine, right?
All right.
I like the music ones. I could do music all day. Music and sports, I could do all day.
Here's a fun one. Artificial intelligence will one day become dangerous to humans.
Yeah, it already is.
Yeah, I was gonna say it already is.
I meant more
Jesus.
like
Next
no. I meant
topic.
more like I mean like AIs and shit.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
robots.
It is.
Yep, already is. Already killing people.
Like those stupid movies.
If
you
you're
see with,
sitting
like, the
in
robots.
your-
like iRobot with Will Smith.
like
If
the
you're
Samsung
sitting in your
robot.
chair for like 24 hours straight, just in an imaginary world, instead of spending time with your wife and kids, it's already dangerous.
It's-
very
yeah.
destroying you slowly.
Drag.
Yeah, AI is detrimental to human life. Next topic.
But if I think when it's gonna attack us, I think we won't see that in our lifetime.
No, yeah.
No.
It'll be like maybe
It's not there
2080.
yet. Yeah, my kids will see it. So rest in
Rest
piss,
in piss.
bozos.
Sucks the suck, future kids.
Alrighty. Let me finish reading this whole whole sentence before you guys start, because cheating is okay as long as it gets you out of a problem. This does not include cheating on a romantic partner.
I think cheating's always okay.
I was gonna say the
Even
same
on
thing.
a romantic partner?
No. And
Okay.
if you take away that,
Yeah,
because
so it does
cheating
not
on
include
cheating on a
cheating.
partner is never okay
terrible.
under any circumstance. If there are problems, you work through them.
Yeah.
If you can't work through them, you then break up with that person to spare them the feelings of being cheated on. Now, cheating in any other sense that's not that is fine.
Yeah.
I see nothing wrong with that. I know people are like, it's morally incorrect.
No, it's not.
I don't care.
If you're
What is
smart
cheating,
enough,
though?
if
What
you're
is cheating?
smart enough to get away with it,
It's all
Then
no hold.
whatever.
Yeah.
I'm
Think of,
fine.
like,
Wait, wait.
middle school and high school, right? Math class. Cheating on a test using the calculator. I use the calculator every single day for my work.
Or like even if you're
Were
cheating
you
off somebody
allowed
else.
to?
No. And
Okay, then
I used to have-
that's cheating because you're not supposed to use because you're not gonna use a calculator in real life. That's what I tell you all the time.
Yeah.
But I use the calculator every single day.
I used to have the answers like inside my water bottle wrapper.
Dude,
Like,
I
like,
used to
look,
literally just put my final exams in my history class in 10th and 11th grade. I was sat near a bookshelf. I slanted the books in one direction, and I put my entire study guide front facing me on one of the books. And I just kept it there, and I did my whole test, and whenever he would walk by, I'd just go like this, and I'd flip the book down. And he just never caught on. And I would just flip the book down, you couldn't see the paper, and then when he walked away, I would put the book back up while his back was turned, and he'd never know.
What about with sports, though?
That's a different story.
Because you
now
played basketball in school, right?
Yeah, so
How much
now-
would it piss you off if the other team won by cheating?
That's the thing. Now we're getting into another thing, because now we're talking about totally uneven playing grounds. And
But I never mentioned specifically in school in the question.
yeah, but school is where you think of cheating the most if it's not a
If
relationship.
you cheat and it messes up other people, it's wrong. Like in school, if you cheat, it's only really for your own gain or loss, because if you don't learn, but you pass the test, that's all on you. But if you cheat on sports, not only is it bad for you, it's bad for the team, it's bad for the opponent, it's bad for the sport in general. So I think cheating in sports is bad because it affects other people.
Here's what I'm going to say that could sum all this up. Cheating in any high level, like league, association, anything like that, anything for money, all of those things are wrong. You're cheating in poker tournaments, at casinos, all that, not okay. Cheating in professional sports, not okay. Cheating at video games at a high level, not okay. Cheating in a board game, perfectly fine. It's
Called out for it, though.
yeah, it's like wrong. Like, oh, dude, that's so wrong. But it's not like, wow, that shows the kind of person you are. You know, like it's never that serious.
It's wrong, but like get over it.
Exactly, it's never that serious. But if you're cheating people out of something, then, like what Will said, then that's a problem. Cheating
Yeah.
people out of money, at an opportunity at a championship, which is money. Especially if you're using, like, enhancers, like
Yeah.
PEDs, because then it gets dangerous. Now you're stronger than everybody unnaturally, and you could literally kill somebody because you don't know your own strength. Because you're on drugs that make you stronger than you feel like you are. So, there's that.
It's okay when a man marries a younger woman, but not the other way around.
What?
How
Say there's a 50-year-old man.
Mm-hmm.
He marries a 21-year-old girl.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay.
So
It-
Jay-Z and Beyonce.
A 50-year-old woman marrying a 21-year-old man.
well now
The
we're-
man, wait,
It's
the
the
man,
stigmas.
the old man and the younger woman's okay, but not the other way around.
here's what I'm gonna
Is that what
say.
you're saying?
Is that what
I don't-
do you agree with it?
I don't think it matters.
Do you agree
Yeah.
with that? Or
I
does
don't
it not matter?
care.
I've been
Regardless.
watching a documentary on children brides, so I'm saying it's very wrong.
Children though.
Well,
You're
no,
talking
we're
about
not talking
children.
about-
as
It
long
doesn't
as
mean
they're
children.
over
But it's
18.
but it's very the people who think like that, and like say I only go for younger women, and they're like 20 years younger. It's a very predatory mindset that can get very uncomfortable.
It's very sugar daddy-esque.
Yes.
Yeah, but some people also just like younger women. Like being in
Yeah.
younger relationships because it makes them feel more alive.
And then some
Especially if
girls
you're
are
old.
attracted to older men.
But there's the
Because- yeah.
stigma where if an older woman is dating a younger man, then they're like called a cougar.
Well, yeah, but a cougar's not a bad thing.
Yeah. I would never put.
But is there
cougar.
a term like that for men?
Yeah, rapist. Like no, like legitimately.
Honestly, this is
That's the
about
thing
feminism.
because
Go
if
full
it's
circle.
if it's a woman getting with somebody, a younger man that's like we'll say 20 years younger than them, but still of legal age, it's not really looked at. It's like dope. But if that's a man getting with a woman that's 20 years younger, that guy's the spawn of Satan somehow.
Yeah, it's a
because
negative connotation because a cougar is like good and cool and I'm a cougar, that's like flattering. But if you call a guy a sugar daddy, like that's not like, oh cool, he's a sugar daddy. It's like, oh that's weird, he's a sugar daddy. He's dating, a 21-year-old when he's 60 years old. So I think the stigmas kind of throw it off a lot. I mean, I could never date someone that much younger than me. Like my cutoff age would be, at this point, I'm 28, would be 20, like a hard 21. Like you're 21 and that was like the lowest to date.
You have to be completely legal.
Like it'd be completely legal.
Completely
like, if I,
legal.
Like, imagine, I wouldn't even know how to talk to like an 18-year-old on dating like an 18-year-old. Like what do we talk about?
I think
just
my
gotta go on
limit-
OnlyFans.
My
I
limit
guess
is
so.
always 3 years younger, 3 years older. I think
I
that's
go
like,
over- I would go
that's
over
like
3
my
years.
pool. Yeah, but I don't want
I
to.
don't think I
Five-
would date
5 to
someone younger
7.
than me at all.
5
Huh?
to 7.
I don't think I would date someone younger than me at all.
But I also think dating and a relationship are two different.
See, because
Games.
okay, Justin is only 4 months older than me.
Well,
If he was younger than me, I don't think I would do. I don't think I
you
would
wouldn't
like
have a
that.
child.
I would not have.
You
a
wouldn't
child.
have a child.
I would not have a child. But if he
true.
was 4 months younger than me, questionable.
I mean, that's
would-
tough though. It's such a like minuscule amount of time.
I know. I don't know. It's just
Like-
I don't think I would want to be the
Like
older one.
Caroline is like a year and a month older than me. A year's it can be some time, right? Like now she's 21 and I'm 20. Say she wants to go to bars, we can't go to bars because I'm 20.
Most men really like being the older one in a relationship.
I don't mind.
I
A
don't care.
lot of men I know would prefer being the older one.
It doesn't bother me.
I feel like at
I
this
would want to be
point-
the taller one.
Yeah.
That's fair.
As long as I'm taller, I don't care. That's what matters to me most.
Honestly, at this point, if we're both over 21, I don't care.
But also, you were dating someone like 4 years older than you, and you weren't 21.
No, but exactly. At
Yeah.
this point in my life, I want to date someone 21 or older. I don't want to date someone that's
yeah, I
20
feel like
because
that would be really awkward.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm gonna go.
Is it like,
I'm
oh,
gonna
yeah,
go to
me-
a bar. Have
yeah.
fun by
Yeah,
yourself,
exactly.
alone.
I think for men it's always more acceptable to date up than as a date down. And for women, I don't think it matters.
It's true. Because we talk about stigmas and all this stuff, but women are arguably the more, like, I was going to say lenient, or like, but that didn't make sense in that context. Women are looked at as more of like, they have more freedom with who they choose to be in a relationship with. There's no stigma, really. There's cougar, but it's oftentimes nowadays not looked at as a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Nick Cannon and Mariah. Nick Cannon was praised, and so was Mariah. Like, neither of them took heat. But if that was opposite, Nick Cannon would take heat. If Nick Cannon was like 50 and Mariah was 30, like, he'd take heat. So, if you're a man dating someone that much younger than you, you're looked at like a borderline pedophile, rapist, serial killer.
Well, look at all these like male celebrities that are like mid-30s who date 19-year-old supermodels. They get dragged through the mud.
That's a little low, though.
Yeah,
19's tough because
Yeah.
that.
It's legal. It's
Well,
tough, but it's legal.
But look
technically.
but look at like Drake and Millie Bobby. That's not okay. Like say they started dating. That's immediately not okay. Cause she's legal, right? She's 20. She's like 20 or 19.
No,
Millie
no,
Bobby
I
Brown.
think
She's 18.
She just turned 18. But like
But
okay.
that was the problem because there were these creeps on the internet counting down days until she turned 18.
Same thing with
That's good.
Bad Baby.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
But
weird.
like
and
then she
Billie
made an old-
Eilish. It happened with her too.
exactly.
Yeah.
So now you look at like say you look at these celebrities getting with somebody that they're older, but they're getting with people that are 18, 19 years old. You have known who they are since they were young. You've now that it shows that you've showed an interest in them since they were young.
16, 17.
Exactly. You can't date them when they're 18, 19 years old.
Didn't Machine Gun Kelly basically say that it doesn't matter how old they are if they're famous?
Yeah, he also drinks blood, so.
But that's true. But I mean, so I didn't hear that. But if you
But-
take a look at that, that could be serious, which not okay.
No.
It
But
would-
also,
He
it's
meant it
a
in,
metaphor.
He meant it in like
It's because he was
satirical,
he was
like,
going
type.
after one of the Jenners, and she was 17 at the time.
But that's how. But that's also what it's looked at. Look at Tyga and Kylie. That was okay for some reason.
Yeah.
Kylie was what, 16,
16, yeah.
and Tyga was way older than 16.
Yeah, but did anyone ever like say anything to Jay-Z about dating Beyonce?
How old was Beyonce?
I think they're like 15 years
Yeah, but what?
apart.
How old was Beyonce?
She was like 22.
That's
That's
she's
fine 'cause she's
22.
That's the
Yeah,
thing,
but
she
that's
was
the
legal
same
at the
thing.
time.
No, it's not. 18, and 19,
No, but I'm
and
saying,
22
but
are different.
that age difference is the same thing.
I don't think it's less about the age difference. I think it's more like how we're talking about when you're attracted to this person. Because Bad Baby is a perfect example.
And
She turned
Millie Bobby Brown.
She turned 18 and dropped her OnlyFans
And made
blew up.
$52 million.
So that
a year.
means all those people who signed up day one when she first turned 18 to her OnlyFans was waiting when she was 17,
They were
maybe
waiting
16,
for
maybe
it.
15,
15.
until she turned 18. You can't get arrested for it, but you're kind of a little bit of a pedophile.
You're a creep. So that's where I stand on that. Women can date up and down. Men can only date up or down if it's 2 years.
Couple years,
I'd
yeah.
say.
And if you're over 20, stay from 18.
Recreational marijuana is now legal in Rhode Island.
What? No way.
No, it just happened.
All right, wait.
Providence
With that
Journal.
being- with that
What's
being,
the age? What's the age?
Definitely 21.
With that being said, should all recreational drugs be legalized?
What are we counting as a recreational drug?
I will Google this.
Yeah, cocaine, no, but like,
Recreational heroin, here you come.
Or I could just say
Alright.
what I think should be legalized. But all right, let's go on recreational drugs. As you read down the list, give us a second, and we'll all say yes or no.
I don't care. Legalize everything.
No,
No way.
don't legalize everything.
I don't care.
You should.
I'm not taking it.
Yeah, but
But if it's legal, you will.
and you're,
And I-
Probably.
Yeah, and that's a problem. Like crack's
All right,
tough to
so
get your
the
hands
only
on.
thing it gives me as the 4 categories of recreational drugs are analgesics. I cannot say that word.
I can't see it, so I can't.
this is too big brain for us.
Depressants, stimulants, and hallucinogens.
All right, well, here we go. Weed and mushrooms should be legalized.
Yeah.
I
Doesn't
think.
that count acid as well? Isn't
I
that,
think
isn't
acid's-
that hallucinogen?
Well, acid's a little it's a little extreme. I think
Acid doesn't count as recreational.
no. I think where we get into a problem with acid is that it can easily kill you.
Same with shrooms, though.
Shrooms can't kill you.
The shrooms will kill you.
No.
It's acid that does it because acid
burns
what-
your brain.
Well, what really happens with acid, and I mean, Uncle Joey could attest to this if I'm right or wrong, but what happens with acid is when you take acid, the crystals embed themselves in your spine. So if something happens, you could break your back and die.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like super careful. You have to be really careful of being in a really good mindset when on acid, because a bad trip or you start seizing and those crystals form in your spine and expand and blow,
Done for.
you're done.
But I think
Shrooms can't do that.
Anything mind altering should not be legalized.
Weed's mind altering.
Yeah, everything is.
Um,
Alcohol's mind
not
altering.
like shrooms
It is,
and
though.
acid, though.
I think shrooms are fine because.
You mean psychedelic. So anything
Yes,
anything
nothing
psychedelic.
Yes.
Have you taken shrooms?
Yes.
Shrooms are not as mind altering as people think.
No, it's not.
You
but if you have a bad trip, you can get yourself in some trouble.
Yeah, but same thing could happen on weed though. I mean, you have a bad trip on weed, you find yourself in a really sticky situation. You're not gonna die, but you find yourself in a sticky
I
situation.
have a list of a few here. It's obviously not all of them, but it's a few. Alcohol is considered a recreational
Yeah.
drug.
Legalized.
Tobacco is considered a recreational
Yes,
drug.
legalized.
Any illicit. It just says any.
What is illicit? What any illicit drug? But that's what do we
Is that
count
like
as an illicit drug?
Adderall?
No,
that
those
would
are
that
opioids.
would be cocaine would fall under that category.
Cocaine.
Cocaine is a recreational drug.
Marijuana also
is
under that category.
Is fine. I think crack is not.
Crack cocaine is also under that category.
I somewhat agree with cocaine being fine, but crack not. Crack, I think it should definitely be illegal.
Yeah.
Weed, legal. Cocaine's a tough line to cross.
Heroin is also a
Cocaine
recreational
the
drug.
professional's drug, though.
Cocaine is rough, though, because of the severe health problems that come with doing
Yeah.
cocaine.
Yes, it's bad.
Where-
for the
Your
person.
nose will fall off.
Weed, and I mean, if we really look at this list, and this is my argument anytime against weed, weed is the best drug you can do if we talk about health problems, health defects.
I fully agree.
Alcohol will kill you faster than weed will.
That's true.
Any type of pill has the potential of killing you faster than weed does. Cocaine, 1,000,000%. Weed does not kill you.
No.
There has been zero, not a single death. And I know this because I researched it. Not a single death that can be traced back to direct marijuana use.
The amount
In
of
the history of the
marijuana
world.
you'd have to consume to OD is impossible for a human to do.
Exactly.
Impossible.
Now you can green out,
Yes.
which is similar to blacking out. You just kind of lose a track of time and you throw up and all that, which has happened to me once. But also, you black out on alcohol. People still do that all the time, and it's highly acceptable.
Yeah.
You die from liver failure before you die from lung something from breathing in weed, or eat weed, and it doesn't really do anything wrong to your body. Maybe messes up with your digestive
Make it,
system, whatever,
upset stomach.
but not to the extent that alcohol has on your liver.
Yeah.
But I also agree that even with weed, I think you should take it in a controlled setting. Like, I don't think you should smoke weed and drive.
No. DUIs
No, but
happen.
you shouldn't drink and drive either.
Exactly.
Oh, 100%.
Well,
Yeah.
that all
That's what I'm
falls
saying,
into
like, I'm
DUIs.
saying,
If you're
yeah.
going to legalize it, there needs to be rules. I think if you're going to legalize cocaine, which I don't think should happen, there's got to be rules. I think when you legalize shrooms, which
you have to have like controlled places. Like you can come here.
They have those in
like
Philly.
A sanctuary. Like you can take shrooms, but you cannot leave.
they have those for Philly for heroin.
Yeah.
They're heroin places where
Heroin is also considered a
Heroin-
recreational drug.
That's
Illegal.
ridiculous.
heroin should be illegal.
I think it's dangerous if you take anything that's highly mind altering. I know like the weed is, but for the most part, unless you're, smoking a lot of weed, you're not really gonna be out there doing crazy things. But like cocaine, crack, heroin, like if you can't go and take these things and then like walk outside, they probably shouldn't be legal.
Listen, you could do that on shrooms, on the right amount of shrooms.
Yeah.
But because then you fall into the same category as like you shouldn't be walking around on the street if you've had too much alcohol. You fall on the road and die.
Yeah.
I agree.
So it's just you look at shrooms and all this stuff. It's really in the same place as any one of these alcohol or weed, just because you need to have common sense to take them. If you're gonna take too much, you need to know that you got to be in a controlled environment. But if you're gonna microdose on shrooms, like only take a small amount and kind of like see the walls moving a little bit,
Yeah. But you also
don't
have to-
drive. But
Like weed and shrooms are more natural than
alcohol.
well, alcohol. Is natural. You can make alcohol from scratch.
Yeah, but also most alcohols have a lot of stuff in it, which
Yeah,
is what
like
kills your liver.
Mainstream stuff, yeah, for sure. But you can go and make alcohol out on a farm somewhere.
Yeah.
Now, what about psychedelic alcohol? Because remember the one I was telling you about? I forgot what it's called. Absinthe? Is that what it
Oh,
is?
absinthe is
Oh.
so bad for you.
I think that's dangerous. I don't think it should be illegal, but that's dangerous.
It just got legal, like not just, but it. I guess it was like it didn't get legalized with like the rest of the alcohol, and it didn't end up getting legalized until like early '90s or something.
Yeah, none of that stuff should exist. But like, if I know you said no shrooms, and I want to like touch on this one more time. There's been health benefits to microdosing on shrooms.
Yeah.
Also, ayahuasca.
Shrooms and ayahuasca is also natural. Too.
Yeah.
So that's my take on that.
It purges your body.
Legalize weed and shrooms, and every other recreational drug should be illegal because it's
So
too.
that this also includes
dangerous.
any type of opioid, LSD, PCP, ecstasy, inhalants, meth, pills,
Opioids are
including-
different because they're painkillers, that are
including pain
prescribed by
relievers, tranquilizers,
doctors.
and stimulants and sedatives.
So I think
sedatives.
they
kind of.
Those ones are fine under this.
Direct
You
counsel.
really
of the
think
doctor.
meth should be legal?
Not meth. I'm talking about
Opioids and things
Pills,
like that.
mostly.
Yeah, legalize the meth.
painkillers,
Like-
certain stimulants,
Well, yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
I don't think you should
Heroin.
get Oxy from your local CVS, but if you need Oxy for painkillers because you broke your leg, and then the doctor gives it to you and you take it out as prescribed, then I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, last question.
All right.
Make it a good one.
Oh,
Super hot banger. And if it's a bad one, we'll just keep going until we get a good one.
Any
no.
question?
This one isn't funny,
Is it a good one though?
but I feel like you guys could maybe argue about it.
Okay.
Finally.
Assisted suicide should be legal and not punishable in any way. This includes telling somebody to simply do it.
Before.
Wait, what? Wait, repeat
Wait,
it?
hold on. Before we do that, I'd like to say, odds are we are going to agree on this.
Maybe.
But
I
Reread it
put
for
this in
Joey.
here because
Repeat it.
I had a conversation about this with my uncle and my aunt on Sunday, and I was curious. So, assisted suicide should be legal and not punishable in any
Yes.
way. This includes telling somebody to simply do it.
Yes.
the last part's
Wait,
weird.
that one's weird.
Yeah, the last part
Because
shouldn't
wait,
be
do you
allowed.
no,
in there.
do you
I
know
know
that
the
girl?
case.
Do you know the case of the girl
Yeah,
that just
I
told
know
her
the
boyfriend
case.
to do it, and she's like
She-
on trial for murder now?
She
Yeah.
should be on trial for murder.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I agree.
But
The first part.
medically assisted suicide, no
But-
problem.
Okay, yeah, but I don't think she says medically. It says should
Nope, I just said
assisted
assisted.
I don't think.
Oh, you mean like Dom's holding the rope for me?
This can literally mean Dom hands you a gun and you shoot yourself.
I
right
think
there.
assisted suicide.
He
That's
can
not
get
okay.
absolutely
he can get
not
arrested
be
for
legal.
assisted suicide.
Well, yeah, you should.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's not only even if it was just Dominic's gun and you picked it up yourself, that could also be considered assisted
Oh no,
suicide.
that's
No, no.
bull.
No, but that's not true. I have to be present and aware of what's happening
Yeah.
for it to be considered assisted suicide. I
He-
can't just be
no,
upstairs.
I-
Well,
no.
It could be as bad as if you know Joey's suicidal and you
And I-
leave a
And you
you're
leave
a
different
gun
unattended.
around?
Different story
You
though.
can get in
It's
trouble
not
for
like
that.
he's breaking into my safe, taking my gun or whatever.
No, that's
But if I'm being careless with it, I should go down for that. Murder? No.
No.
But other charges probably.
But if he didn't know, and say I overdose on mom's like pills or something,
that's not.
she
assisted
shouldn't get
suicide.
arrested
Oh,
because
she will.
of
She
assisted.
shouldn't, but she definitely will.
Especially if you're under. Well, children are different, but like, I know there's cases where there's been kids
Oh,
under
yeah.
18. Like, technically, that's why they tell you in the bottles, oh, keep it out of reach of children. They don't say that just because they like children. They did that because some mom or dad left their pills unattended, a child overdosed, and they try to sue.
Mhm.
But you can't really do that because you should keep your pills out of reach of anyone that's not you. Keep some.
It's the washing machine. Or the drying machine.
But
The dryer.
I think assisted suicide should be illegal.
Medically assisted suicide should be legal.
Yeah,
Only
medically
medically?
assisted
Yeah,
suicide.
I think only if like you have. Well, I don't even know because like things can turn around.
This is the
Okay,
thing.
so
I feel
say-
like if you're
No.
if you know that person is suicidal, and you leave their care like with a dangerous thing, they should be like not arrested for murder, but
They should
arrested
take
for
charges.
something. Yeah,
It'll be manslaughter.
It would be
Yeah.
manslaughter.
but
The
if they're
argument-
not aware,
The argument with the girl that told her boyfriend to just do it is if she knew her boyfriend was suicidal because he said it multiple times, why didn't she just call
Well,
someone for help?
I think it was more than that because I think I'm the one that like killed himself in his car like in the parking lot.
Yeah.
That one.
Yes.
Yeah, because he got out and then she said no, go back inside and do it.
yeah,
That's at that point.
she
it is
kept
homicide.
egging you
Yeah,
on
and
to
the
do it. Yeah.
it's because he kept saying, "Oh, I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna kill myself," and then she finally got sick of it and said, "Okay, just do it."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's illegal.
That's murder. Now, like what Joey said, it's not what in Joey's situation. It's manslaughter, technically, accidental, whatever. But also, if you talk medically assisted suicide, that's not easy to do. And they make sure that you where it is legal because it's not legal everywhere.
One state that's still somewhere in the Midwest. That actually
Yeah,
is
and
euthanizing.
it's legal in a bunch of other countries.
Yeah.
Yes.
At that
But-
point, if you're signing a DNR and you're saying like "Don't bring me back," that's medically assisted suicide.
But I think that's a little different though because
It is
that's
different.
That's if you're like in a coma or a vegetative state and your brain dead. Then they can keep you on life support, but like you're not coming back from being a vegetable. I think like the controversial thing is like when people get like euthanized, like people who have stage 4 cancer or people who have these diseases that are gonna kill them eventually and they're in a lot of pain. They can go to a different country or they can go to whatever that one state is that still euthanizes people and have a medically assisted suicide. My only argument about that is like, say you have stage 4 cancer. Sure, I mean, I don't know how that feels, and I'm sure like it's very painful. But we've known people who've had stage 4 cancer that pulled through for many years.
Yes, which is why there's a lot of counseling and like psychological like tests that are run before that decision is made. Because there's also a point where like you have stage 4 cancer for so long, you're dealing with that for so long, even if you get over it, you could still be vehemently depressed.
Yes.
Like super depressed, still have feel like you've done all this for nothing and you'd rather have just died back then because now you've just experienced all this pain. And you might die in 5 years anyway from old age.
But there's the flip side. Say like younger people get cancer stage 4 and they're like, all right, I want to end it because I'm in a lot of pain. I don't think I'm going to get over this, blah, blah, blah. Say the doctor says, oh, well, you have like 5 years left to live. You're like, no, I want to end it now.
That's what all the tests are for.
What happens if in 2 years there's a breakthrough in cancer? But now you're dead because you want to live 5 years, and 2 years you could have been healed.
If they're under 18, I don't think they can't make that decision.
They can't.
It's up to their parents.
Yeah, which is even worse.
So if the parents say yes.
But it's also in the end up to the doctors.
Yeah, a doctor can say I don't feel comfortable.
Which is why.
But then can't they just
a lot
find
of them
another doctor?
will too because they took an oath to save people.
And if that's the case, they say
opposite.
no. They can just find a different doctor.
Yeah.
But then you have doctors that are willing to do it. If they don't pass psych tests, like to prove or whatever they're trying to prove, they won't go through with it. You gotta jump through a bunch of hoops to get.
Yeah, they won't. You won't
killed.
say kill me and then
They're like
kill you. Yeah,
you
it's literally like you're gonna go through a month of maybe more
months
of like evaluation and all that.
Rehab.
At that point, you might as well just kill yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a tough.
What are you gonna do?
We need one
This
more.
turned into
yeah,
this
This has
hard
been
topic.
I
That's
am
so
in the
depressing.
party podcast.
This
What
turned
a-
more into a conversational episode instead of debate.
What a dark topic
Well,
to end
that's
on,
what
though.
happens
I
when-
forgot how much you guys agreed with each
That's
other.
what happens
That's our
when
favorite
you
podcast.
start a
It's something
podcast
else, dark.
with your two best friends and they agree on everything.
Click on a funny one so that we don't have to end.
Yeah,
on
let's end with a
suicide.
funny one. A quick funny one, because it's 7:00.
You guys will have different opinions on this, so I'm hoping you'll actually say what you think is the right answer. Flying is the best superpower.
No.
No.
Okay, what
so
is?
whack.
I think flying is dope, but there are so many superpowers. Honestly, if I had to pick, now are we? But like, okay, so now what do we count as a superpower? Can
Yeah, because
say
I would
want-
do like sorcery.
Well, no, I'd
That-
say
Like, because
That's
like,
not a
if you're in
superpower.
that universe, that
Do we consider Doctor Strange a superpower? I mean, a superhero.
yeah. he's
Then
a
sorcery.
sorcerer.
Then sorcery counts.
Yeah,
All right,
So I would say
mine is gonna
sorcery.
be, telekinesis.
I agree with that. Actually,
which I would be able to do with sorcery,
True.
and I would be
Okay.
able to fly,
At
and I would
that
be able
point-
to have super
At
strength.
that point, you're just gonna think you're a god.
Else, 'cause I
Yeah.
already said out loud telekinesis. No, you have to pick something else.
Oh my
You said
god.
sorcery first, though.
I did
Okay.
say sorcery first.
Why don't we try to narrow it down to like a specific
So
thing?
all right. So no
I want the
sorcery.
mind of Tony Stark.
Just magic, just off limits.
So you want
Magic is off limits.
So that would also like
Superhuman
Wanda
knowledge.
off limits.
So superhuman knowledge.
I want
telekinesis.
the mind of Tony Stark.
What's
I could also do
flying.
all of those things with my Neuralink.
Yeah.
I'm also going telekinesis on this one. I just think imagine just being able to throw things at people with your mind. Great.
That's cool. I agree. But that only gets you so far.
That's all I need.
Where, if I build myself a superhuman suit, I could go ballistic.
Things break into
Yeah.
my
You
mind.
could go to space.
You can't break into my mind.
No, break.
See, I'm
break
about to
with my
piss
mind.
you off
Can't.
I'll
again.
take one
Why?
little bolt out.
If
too.
I can't
I'm
have
methodical
magic-
about it.
You can't.
I'm doing it.
You can't though, because I'm so smart. I would have been able to
What you
build
mean? Didn't
something.
Ultron?
against
Ultron did that. Remember,
Ult-
Ultron almost obliterated Tony Stark's whole thing.
Hey, remember when you said almost?
Yeah.
Hey, remember when
That's
Ultron?
the power of friendship made him.
Hey, remember when
Hey, remember
Ultron
when
wasn't
Ultron
alive
lost? Hey,
and
remember-
Tony Stark
Never
created him?
Hey, remember when Ultron lost? I do.
He didn't lose. He evolved into a little bit.
Nah,
better
he's
person.
definitely not
Because of
done.
love.
He's
Fell
coming
in
back.
Love. Love is the.
He's definitely coming back.
He can't be done. But still, remember when you
Joey,
said
what-
almost?
But
What's your
I'm
answer?
about to piss you
But it was
off
because of Tony
Why?
Stark. So yeah,
because if we're taking magic off the table, I agree with Dom.
It's the best.
Oh my god. Okay, this is not my fault.
I mean, mine.
Okay, if you couldn't agree with Dom, you gotta give something else. You can't.
I can't choose magic or that.
It's literally
I don't
not
want
my
a
fault.
superpower.
Okay.
That, invisibility, so I can sneak into locker rooms.
Oh, that's awful. Say you were creating a superhero team and everybody needed a different power to make it work. So I guess I have to pick a different one too.
It could be Batman.
Could be Now
No,
we're
because
crossing
then you
universes.
have the brain. That
Batman's
that's-
not as smart as me.
He just has a lot more money.
Yeah,
Not
but-
more money,
but-
he has money.
Batman's not as smart as me.
But Batman is as smart as Tony Stark. They've done the
Okay, you
tests.
can be Robin.
No, he's not.
Yeah,
Or
he
you
is.
can be Spider-Man.
He.
Honestly, if I
Oh, dude, I would get bit by a radioactive spider. I'd be Spider-Man. I'd
Well,
move,
see,
but I
there you
wouldn't.
go.
I would move out of Providence because I'd only be able to swing from 3 buildings. I'd go to like,
just move to Boston.
I'd be
no,
like,
just go to New York. Yeah, I mean.
Boston or New York.
well, New York already has one.
Yeah, that's Spider-Man.
No.
Go to Dubai.
They have
the
Spider-Man.
tourist-
I'll
No,
go
can you
to
just move
Atlanta.
out of New York?
I'll go to LA.
Yeah,
No,
go to the A.
He didn't move out of New York.
Yeah, he doesn't live
he
there
moved he moved somewhere else
No,
in
he
New York.
doesn't
I
live
thought.
there
Where
anymore.
does Spider-Man live now?
He lives in Queens now.
Yeah, he's in New York still.
No, he lives in L.A.
Okay.
He moved to LA. He's got the.
You can
swim
move to
shorts
LA and
on.
stop all of the influencers.
Oh, I would, dude. I'd
Yeah.
snap all their necks with
You
my
should do
whips.
it.
All right, what's yours, Sierra? You have to pick something else.
Oh, I was gonna pick Spider-Man.
Yeah, you suck.
You can be the Hulk. You can be.
Can you imagine Sierra's the Hulk?
Well, you be She-Hulk. Be a lawyer.
Yeah, just be a lawyer.
Be a lawyer. you can super-
She's already gonna be a lawyer.
Basically, She-Hulk. Or,
Do you believe
Honestly-
that Batman is smarter than Tony Stark?
No, I didn't say smarter. I
Does
said as
Loki
smart.
have superpowers? Does he do anything?
you tell me you're
I
part
mean,
of a
you
god.
took away magic, so no, he
Oh,
doesn't.
okay.
Thor.
I'll be Thor then. Because
Okay.
then not only do I have a fun hammer, I'm also a god.
You don't have the hammer because
So-
the hammer's magic.
Is it though?
Yes.
No, okay,
It's-
but a hammer
it's
could
a
still
mi- it's a mystical hammer.
hammer could still mess someone up if you hit him with it.
Yeah, but without the lightning, you're just gonna have a hammer.
That's not
And everyone else
magic.
can lift up
That's
that
not-
hammer.
It is magic.
Everyone else can lift up that hammer
Yeah, but
because
then-
the only reason he can lift it up is because of magic.
So are we
That's not
saying
true
that
because-
Norse gods
because
can do
multiple-
magic? Is that what
multiple
this is?
people
I
can
don't
pick
think
up
it's magic. It's
Huh?
just a build. It's
Multiple
just a.
people who pick up the hammer.
Yeah,
It's
because
just a
the
power.
spell that he used is whoever's worthy. Can
It's
lift up the
mystical.
hammer.
But then
It's mystical.
aren't all powers magic then?
Yeah,
No!
literally no.
No!
yes.
No!
By the argument that you guys are making, yes.
because a lot of the
No.
a lot of the powers are from science. Like the
Magic-
spider bite is from a science. It's from a science experiment.
Mine's just intelligence.
So she can control lightning and stuff still?
That's a mystical power handed down by gods.
Yeah.
That's not a superpower. It's
Okay.
mystical.
Well, but that's just technically that's just her would be her weapon.
But she can't control lightning because that's mystical. You can't be Zeus.
He's not Zeus. It's a totally different religion.
So
I
you
know,
can't have
but he's
magic-
But it's the
basically
same
Zeus.
You
thing.
can't have you can't have magic and you can't be a god. Is the rules.
Yeah, you can't be a god, which is why you said when he said.
Oh,
I
you're,
said I
no, you're
couldn't
right.
have
I did
magic.
say that. I did say that Doctor Strange was basically just gonna be a god at that point.
And then you said, "Be cool because I could be a god."
I mean, it would be cool. I didn't say that. I didn't say it wouldn't be cool.
Like you can't be like Wanda. That's
Yeah,
magic.
I can't do that
That's
either.
like-
You know, I'm fine. I'm fine with being Black Widow and just kicking some people in the head.
That's
You
fine.
know, if she was real, she would have died the first 5 seconds she got on screen.
Yeah, she would have gotten shot in the head,
That's
dude.
fine.
She probably would have got clapped by
I'm fine with just. I'm fine with. I'm fine
She's real
kicking
good,
some
though.
people
She's
in the
good.
head.
She's real good, though.
I'm really fine with that.
But I want to go back to this. I believe Batman is potentially smarter in terms of critical thinking than Superman or than Iron Man. Sheesh, because Batman's a detective. But I think in terms of just straight up intelligence, it's got to be Iron Man.
I think it's
definitely
Iron Man,
definitely Iron Man.
then
No.
Spider-Man, then Batman.
Well, no. So because
the popular ones.
because they both have photographic memories.
But
So at that
Batman's
point,
just a better
it's just
detective.
as much as you read. If you have a photographic memory, you remember all that.
That's true.
But then it's your ability to be able to do that.
And Batman does do it.
But Iron Man does it better.
Yeah, but he has an Iron Man. Like, he has a Batman Iron Man suit. He has all that. He created all the Bat Tech. He created the... He is the head of Wayne Tech.
But is Batman's suit technology though, or is it just
Yeah.
the weapons?
No, it's a lot of technology in the
It's
suit.
all nanotechnology. That's how it forms.
I'm not
Batman.
really- I'm not really caught up on the
needs
Batman
Alfred,
lore.
and Iron Man needs nobody. So
Iron Man only needs Jarvis, which he built.
That's true.
Yeah, but
Batman
technically,
needs
technically,
Alfred.
Batman doesn't either. He doesn't need Alfred.
Yeah,
There's
he
a
does.
bunch of comics with
Batman
Alfred.
also
Yeah,
had
but
a
they all
sidekick.
stink.
Batman needs a babysitter.
Batman
so does
also
Iron Man.
who's
But he doesn't need
War
it.
Machine. Batman doesn't either. He took them under his wing.
He needs
He only
Robin.
has Alfred because he's been around his whole life.
I mean, in
he
the
doesn't
earlier
need
days,
Alfred.
he needed Robin. He doesn't have
There's
him
so
anymore.
many comics where Alfred died and Batman just keeps being Batman.
But they stink.
No, they don't. They're some of the best
Alfred
comics.
is the actual
No Batman
protagonist
without
of the
Alfred.
Batman comics.
Here's the thing. I think, logistically speaking, Tony Stark is smarter than Bruce Wayne. I think you see it more in Tony Stark. 100% you
If you
see
were
it.
going to start a debate team, who would you have for your first pick? Iron Man or Batman?
Iron
Batman.
Man.
Iron Man.
Batman.
On a
Batman
debate
100
team?
Oh, debate team?
If you're starting a debate team.
Iron Man.
Alright,
Because
then.
Batman,
Okay, that's fine, 'cause he's
Batman,
smarter.
because Batman's smart, but he doesn't do all
You don't
that talking.
talk. He's not articulate like Iron Man.
He doesn't like sit, but he has that knowledge.
But if,
He'll just do it.
So-
he won't say that he knows how to do it. He'll just do it.
so on a superhero team, you're taking Batman?
Yeah, over Iron Man 100%.
Why?
Because he's Batman.
I
That
could say the
offers
same
no
thing and
information.
just say, I could say the same thing and just say, oh, because
if
he's
you
Iron
take,
Man.
If you take away
mic's
Batman's
broken.
suit and Iron Man's
My mic's
suit,
broken. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I feel like Joey's screaming louder. There we go. All right, we're back.
are we back? All right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Because if you take away Batman's suit and you take away Iron Man's suit, Batman will win. 100%. If you take away all
Yeah,
the
he's
tech,
trained.
if you take away all the
We're not
money,
talking about
Batman
physically.
will win.
We're talking
But
about
no,
his
but
body.
that's what I'm saying. That's why I would take Batman over
But he's
Iron Man.
trained. That's
Because if you destroy Iron Man's suit, like at the end of Infinity War, Batman would still be able to get up and punch them in the face. Tony Stark would just be like, no, don't punch me. Because he doesn't
Yeah.
know how to fight.
You're not asking who's stronger, you're asking who's smarter.
That was the
No,
original
but you're
argument.
saying, but I know, but we already established
Yeah,
that I would pick
I
Iron
said
Man in
who's
the
on a
debate
team.
and
Who's
I
on
would
your
pick
superhero
Batman on a
team?
superhero team.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I don't agree with that.
But I'm still taking Iron Man because if a villain's floating higher than a building that Batman can jump on, Batman can't fight him.
Batwing.
Still can't really fight him though.
So he's gonna fight him on the ground, fight him, and say, "Oh snap! This man can float. Let me go back to the Batcave and get the Batwing."
Yeah. Have you ever read any of the
I
Justice League
have,
comments?
but I'm just saying that's a little.
He just gets
inconvenient.
picked up and
It's
then
a
he
little
goes and then he
inconvenient.
kicks.
It's more efficient if you can just go. Also, Iron Man works arguably better on a team than Batman does. Batman's better off alone. He's better off alone.
Literally
You
better.
At the
cannot argue
beginning,
that.
yes.
No, you can't argue
but,
that.
But you can argue
Because Justice League.
No, not even that. Just put that aside because they literally didn't want to bring Iron Man into the Avengers because he sucks to work at.
He's a
in the team.
narcissist.
Exactly.
But he works well with other people.
Yeah,
because
but
he
Batman does
compliments
too.
other people.
But
Not
if-
as good though.
But he does because if you take both of them at the beginning, they suck to work on a team.
Iron Man was better.
But the
though.
more you work together, like the more they work together on that team, they got better and realized the team's strengths.
Okay.
Because Batman's on that team, but half the time he's not even fighting with them. He's in that watchtower telling them what to do, and they're listening to him because he's smart, because he knows their powers. They know how efficient he is, and they're listening to him. Superman, Green Lantern, and all of them will be like, "All right, yeah, I will do that right now."
Iron Man's doing the same thing though, but while fighting.
So when the
No, he's not.
when the fight
Because
gets real,
Captain
Batman
America
turns
is.
into
But
Alfred
Captain
right
America's
back.
just
Captain
Iron.
America.
But Captain America's just Iron Man's, and you know that.
No, but
Right?
Iron Man is listening to what Captain America says.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
He's defying all orders.
No, he's not. Watch Avengers 2. He's listening to everything.
Just one. That's
everything.
one
And
Avengers.
you know what happened? Civil War happened. He was, I'm sick of listening to this star-spangled little girl, so we're fighting over it.
Well,
And
that
they
was because
fought.
of the Accords. That wasn't because of Captain America. That was because of the government.
Yeah, it's Captain
And
America's
what is
fault,
Captain
though.
America?
Captain
but
America's the government,
government's
dude.
puppet.
He's the
Yeah,
government.
but
He does
that was
whatever the
because
government
of the
says.
government.
And that's because Captain America just carried it out.
Captain America
Yeah.
was literally replaceable. They replaced him.
You're not replacing Iron Man. I could replace.
I mean,
I could replace
They
a guy.
killed him, so they have to.
But and ever since then they've been downhill, right? Yeah.
All I'm saying is
Has-
I had one
has
Iron Man this
has
whole time.
Batman ever
There's
died?
been like 7 Batmans.
Oh yeah, Batman's died.
Okay,
No,
never
he's
mind. I don't know
Batman,
Batman
so-
lore.
Batman's died and the Nightwing took over, and he's done a better job than Bruce Wayne.
Nightwing is fire.
Yeah, Nightwing's probably my favorite DC hero.
Nah, I got the Arrow.
No, I'm taking Nightwing over the Arrow all day.
A
I
piece
love
of me
Nightwing.
is, but
Because
I love Arrow
Just
so
his
much.
personality too. He's like so charismatic. Like he'll like kick someone in the face and then just like he has those like Spider-Man quips.
But I like the darkness of the Arrow, and the story. I like the Arrow story a lot.
Yeah.
The transformation and then where he comes from and all that, blah 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 blah, and just the pure vigilante that is the Green Arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's just Batman on drugs, except obviously Batman's more powerful, but similar origin story. Except Arrow kills people.
Yeah.
Love the Green Arrow. Also, what's his face did a great job in the show.
Oh, what was his name? Steven something.
Stephen Amell.
Was that his name?
Stephen
Yeah.
Amell. Yeah, he did a great job with that character in the show.
All right.
But yeah, we'll end
Let's
this
end
actually.
this because it's almost 7:30.
It's literally not
7:15.
7:15.
Yeah, it's almost 7:30.
I gotta stand. We are closer to 7:30 than we are to 7. So
Yeah.
By a minute, yeah.
yeah.
That's true.
Stupid.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this
Die.
debate episode. Oh, if you did, let us know. Give us feedback, and we'll do another. But for now, we're gonna head out of here. It's been Dom, Sierra, speaking to your mic.
Hi.
It's been Will.
Bye.
What up?
It's been Joey.
Yo.
Subscribe to our Patreon, patreon.com/3am in the party if you want to see us get a studio and do a bunch of other cool stuff. Follow us on our socials, and we're out. See you guys next week for 13. Peace.
Bye.